Maria. It's so nice to have you back. How are you doing?
Hi, it's so nice to be back too. I'm doing okay. Still
Good.
feeling overwhelmed, but I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Did you have a good day today?
Yes, it was okay. I'm
Mhm.
still trying to balance stuff, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that you being here today is a really good plus. That is wonderful. So I appreciate you giving me your time. Um, I really hope that I'm going to be a good support for you in this process, and I hope that um, we work through some really good goals together.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Sure. So last time, Maria, I just want to recap what we went over last time. We did say that we're going to go over some, figure out some goals together. At the end of the session, we will determine if these goals are what you want to do, if they're right for you, and if this is what you want out of your treatment. Okay. But
Okay.
I do remember you mentioning something really important, and you said that you were really involved in student council and that you're actually really creative with posters. I was so interested to hear more about that. So, tell me more about that. So, what kind of posters do you do?
Well, I like to just be very vibrant and, doodle and do like little drawings with like motivational, you know, like phrases and be able to like you know, when somebody sees it, I want them to stay motivated so they can keep going in whatever they want, kind of deal.
I love that. I love that. So, do you like to do scrapbooks in a way as part of creativity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. It kind of
Cool.
helps out a lot.
Cool. I like to do scrapbooks. I like pictures and drawings and all that. So I was really interested in knowing about that about you. It seems like you're actually really creative, and I remember you mentioning you're creative. So tell me more. How did you become more creative? How did you learn that?
Yeah, well, I remember since I was little, sometimes, like I mentioned, I would just doodle, and then my mom noticed that I like to draw a lot. And she kind of like I feel super cool about this because, every drawing that I would make, she would put it in the fridge. And I was like, wow, it's amazing. And then, she would like buy me more colors and more markers and like other stuff to just keep that imagination going.
Awesome. Okay, I love that. So you had good support with your family when it comes to your strengths, and I do think that's a strength because not everybody can actually um, be creative like that. Some people actually struggle. So I really want to say that that is awesome that you have found where you're talented. Okay,
Thank
so when it comes to let's go back a little bit as to last time. You also mentioned responsibilities. I just wanted to recap that when you were back in high school, you actually had a lot going on, right? We mentioned high school a lot, your previous years. Do you want to
you.
tell me a little bit as to how you actually balance that? And did creativity have anything to do with that during those times? Like, was that helpful for you? How did you balance all those responsibilities?
Yeah, so I mean, being in student council and like the high school classes and stuff, I think I would say like I had a really good, I had a lot of like friends and I was very social and having that positive social circle around me, like
Hmm.
it helped out, like I didn't think I was gonna be in the student council, but my friend was like, let's give it a try. And
Hmm.
I was like, do it, I do it, and then that's how we would go. And then for classes too, you want to get better, then we'll get better together. And that social circle was really, really helpful.
Good. So it seems like you're very social, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. And it seems like you're actually very caring. I do see that you care a lot about your mom, your sister. I don't know if you've ever looked at it as a really big strength, but I do see that that is something huge and it's a good character to have. But not only that, you mentioned balancing high school and like all these responsibilities I used to have, all while enjoying the learning process. To
Mm-hmm.
me, that sounds like you're a very disciplined person. What do you think about that?
I mean, I never really looked at it like that, but yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, I try to stick to something and keep it going and stay concentrated and focused on that. Hmm.
Good, good. Are you proud of yourself about any of that stuff, or what are you proud of?
I think I'm proud of, sticking with it and sticking through. I didn't think I was going to last in high school. And, despite the pressure and, I finished high school. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I was able to stay in student council. So I'm happy about that too.
Yeah, so like once you commit to something, you are all in, right?
Hmm.
Good, good. That is actually really good. Is there any other people that are proud of you too, or anybody that has ever told you, "I'm so proud of you," about right now, where you're at right now?
Well, I know my parents, they always tell me that they are really proud of me and
Mhm.
they're glad to see me school and,
Good.
pursuing something that I want to do or um, continuing education, especially being the firstborn.
Oh, so you're a first generation student.
Hmm.
That's huge. That's huge. So what are you trying to go to school for?
I don't know yet, but I think I would like to have something to do with like that creativity or see where it takes
Like
me.
art? Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Cool. Awesome. Well, it seems like you have support. It seems like your family has told you they're proud. Do you think that they're like your sister feels the same way? Do you feel like she's proud of you too?
I'm not sure, but I'm glad that I'm able to, show her that things are possible. And, she's my younger sister. So, I want to teach her and model um, the fact that things are possible, even though it may be hard. I think it's, I think, I want to show her that if I can do it, she can do it too.
It's possible. Yes. And I'm glad you
Mhm.
mentioned that you think it's possible, because truth be told, that everything is possible that you set your mind to, right? So these problems that you're mentioning that you're having about balancing everything and that you're feeling overwhelmed, um, and that you're telling me that you feel unmotivated, but you mentioned something really important that you feel like it's possible. Do
Mhm.
you feel like these problems have a solution? And if you do, like, do you feel like the solution has that the problem has a solution in your eyes?
I think so. I mean, I think that if I figure it out and I keep going to counseling and stuff like that, I think yeah, I think it can have a solution.
Good. Okay. Good. All right. So what we're gonna do, to kind of get there, like I said, we're gonna build a treatment plan around that. But first, I kind of want to know where you're at now, and we're gonna start
Hmm.
to rate our your progress. Okay, every time that we meet. So as of right now, from 1 to 10, could you please elaborate and tell me, 10 being you know the desired outcome kind of not being there, and one being I'm sorry, the desired outcome actually being there, and one being that it's just not there. Okay, so where do you think you fit in that scale right now when it comes to balancing all of it and your feelings of overwhelmed?
Well, right now I feel them really, really strong. So I would say maybe like a one,
A one.
maybe
Okay.
1 or 2. Yeah, it's not that
So what
high.
what puts you at that number?
I think like I mentioned, like just having to balance everything and just feeling super overwhelmed because everything I have to do and take care of my dad and I feel bad about it, about trying to go to school while he's sick. So
Okay.
I
So
feel like
what do you think would put you at like a 3 or a 2 or just a number higher?
I think one thing that would help is just I guess reducing like all these feelings of feeling overwhelmed and just being able to balance
Mhm.
everything that I have going on right now.
So the first thing you would notice is that you would feel less overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a higher number. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
great. So that's probably what we're going to work on your treatment plan. Okay, we are definitely going to work on managing those emotions by journaling. We're going to do some mindfulness techniques. Um, where How do you feel about actually putting this into a goal setting, as well as learning how to balance responsibilities and your boundaries?
Yeah, I think that sounds cool, and I think that'd be really, really helpful.
Great. Okay. All right, Maria. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and send this treatment off to you to sign. That is what we're gonna be working on, and next time that we meet, we're just gonna, rate it again and see where you're at regarding those problems that you're having. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think that works.
Okay, sounds good. Well, next session is we're gonna be doing bi-weekly sessions. And how do you feel about Fridays at 3 p.m.?
Yeah, that works, especially because it's the end of the week, so it works
Good,
better for me.
good. Okay. Well, now that you know your goals, let's see what you come up with for the rest of the 2 weeks, and we will just follow up. Okay.
Alrighty, that sounds like a
All
plan.
right. Thank you, Maria. Nice to see you, and you have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye bye.